Bonjour. I don't have a video this week, so I'm just going to do like a quick video debacle finishing thing. I think I might finally have the right part for my water pump, which has been a debacle of debacles, a debacling debacle, in fact. So basically, that one that I ordered last week, and it is a week ago now, Jab 490. Lot of nonsense, not the right part at all. It was bigger than my water pump. It was bloody huge. So that's gone. And I think the problem has been that the actual cam, and well, mainly the cam, only comes as part of a wear kit, which is like 135 quid. And I'm not doing that for one part. So I finally managed to find one, I think. Let's go and have a look at it. Et voila, some things. So this is my offending cam, and this is the new one. And as you can see, that's a whole lot of wear. Yeah, so the problem I was having is that because of all that wear, oh, there's actually threads in there. I thought I'd threaded it. Well, I must have threaded it. There's so little to bite onto. I mean, I ain't got big hands, ladies and gentlemen. It's to go with the small pecker. So that's not a huge piece. So there's not a lot of threads in there. So this is a new one, and it's got far more meat in there to get a screw on. So we should be grand. And what I'm going to do is put some of this Vlankenaf ditching on it. Which is a non-hardening gasket. This is at the request, at the advice of one commenter on my video. I'm just going to get a little bit of this and just smear it on there, so that when it mates inside the surface, it creates a little bit of a seal. And I'll put some on. See how this nut is a new nut, and it's slightly shorter than the old nuts that you can't tell. Yeah, stick some of that on there. And that should be that, in theory. It should stop leaking. Then I'll put the cover back on, and then I'm going to leave it overnight. Today is a Wednesday, and I shall leave it overnight. Start the engine on Thursday. Move the boat Thursday. Oh no, I'm working again tomorrow. Do some other shit, but basically it's going to be 24 hours before I'm using it. Yeah, so I'm just going to do that. A la magico, une pompe. So I've just noticed actually that on the top of the pump there, where the screw goes in, see how the plate sort of on the top of the pump is flattened out slightly, and this new screw actually has a larger head than the one that I was using. Don't know if that comes across very well. Larger, flatter head. So maybe, just maybe, that is for a reason, i.e. reason being fitting in yonder, and that'll give a better seal and stop it from squelching out. But I'm still going to put some of that gaskety stuff on there anyway. Yeah, and I think I might take this plate off as well at the recommendation of that person. Sorry, I forgot your name. And put some squeegee stuff on the back of there. And then it'll protect from that water seal going. No, I've changed my mind. I'm not doing that. Yeah, that's what's happening. Cam in there. I'll do that. Okay. Doing the whole one-handed. I should have got some. What's it? By the way, like, I'm faffing about on my phone here. I should just set up the other camera and then I can have it somewhere. But no, I must suffer. Oh God, that's... Oh. Reminds me of New Year's Day after the party. That's way too much. Everything I do is ridiculous. Alright, I'm putting the phone down in a minute. It's a horror show. Anyway, so yeah, I've just put a thin layer of Yakum on the back of that. And also, oh god, this is a horror show. also on the screw, which went really well. Yeah, so I'm just gonna stick that in there and see what happens. Look, it is what it is. It'll be right. We'll be fine. Et voila. There's Yakumi stuff poking out the top. Focus. Of the screw. And then that's all seated in. Yonder. Look. If it leaks now, it leaks. That's the end of it. It'll just have to leak forever. So it's being fixed. I'm running it tomorrow. End of story. I'll get the pokey impeller in, and then yeah, we're all good. Et voila, un impeller. Yeah, that'll do for now. I'm not going to put the faceplate on or anything yet. I'm going to leave it to settle a little bit in case any water comes out of the engine, fills the pump up, and prevents the sticky stuff from curing. Yeah, let's come back tomorrow and see what happened. As if by magic, it is the next morning, about 8 AM. I left it to thingy overnight, whatever you call it. Put the doodad back on. So now I'm actually gonna clean all the bilge, get all the water out of it so it's completely bone dry. Then I'm gonna switch the seacock on and then see if it's any obvious signs of leakage. And then I'm gonna go for a coffee and come back and see if the bilge is wet. So yeah.
One eternity later.
Well, hi there. If you remember, the seacock is back there on the sail drive. It is now open and, amazingly, ta-da! Bloody dry for now. I think I've got a little bit of weepage maybe there, but it's not actually dripped yet. Those drips are from me. I'm a dripper. Yeah, so basically I'm gonna go for a coffee, leave that switched on, the seacock's wide open, and then once that's done, come back, start the engine. I'll put the batteries on charge just in case they've flattened any. Start the engine, go and faff around probably. Yeah, so I'll see you in a bit. Oh, hello. Due to YouTube magic, it's been an hour and a half or so. I'm killing time this morning. There's a boat going in at 11. The Charles Dibden, a 1905 lifeboat, if you want to look that up. Really cool boat. And I'm going to give them a lift, getting it back to its berth, so I'm just playing about. But it has been however long I said. Let's have a look. That's wet. But, however, I think it's just wet off condensation. I think it's actually dipped into the water and got wet because, alas me hearties, she dry. Dry as a bloody bone. Bones are dry. Yeah, so, basically, whapow, that light's on. I'm going to start the engine, run the engine up for a little bit, and then go out later, probably. In a bit. Ooh. It's a bit chilly. Right. engine things. I think I'm going to remember the cold start procedure because it's like -1, but we'll see how it goes. I think we're good. Whew. Let's warm her up for a bit. Whew. Today's turned into a bit of an epic actually. As I sit here, I have moved the boat and driven it, but I think that's going to be its own video because I really cocked it up. I only crashed like 4 times. There or thereabouts. Oh man, that was hard work. Prop walk shafted me. Sort of. And it's blowing about 20 knots as well. But it was right, the wind was right on the stern, so I was like, oh, well, I wanted to go straight across backwards, but slightly over to what was my port side. And I thought the prop walk was to port, so I was like, oh, that's going to work right in my favour. I'll just ferry glide across in the wind and just back straight into this berth. Did not happen like that whatsoever. The prop walked grotesquely to starboard. And just completely shafted me. I couldn't get the I couldn't get the boat in the berth. Well, I did obviously. Luckily, I'd asked for a lift off some help off Jez before I did it. God damn, I'm glad that I did. If I'd have been on my own, well, no, I'd have just bailed out and gone somewhere else on the visitor pontoons or something because. Oh. Anyway, yeah, I'll put that in its own video just as a little 5-minute thing. Probably the day after this goes out or something, not a proper video, but whew, I'm tired now. It's only 5 PM. I'm ready for bed. Right, anyway, that will be it for this week. The engine is working. I've driven the boat. Sailing tomorrow. If I feel confident getting the boat in and out of this berth, I might just cheat and go bows in, which isn't ideal. Oh. See you later.